Knees. Hold on, this is funny. You know, like when you're a kid and it's quiet in class and you start laughing? Oh, I guess you have to be the class clown to understand that. Okay. What's up, you beautiful beasts? In this video, we're going to talk about why hot showers feel like therapy. And I know that sounds a little dramatic, but I also know that I'm not the only one who has stepped into a hot shower after a long day and felt like my whole body finally got to exhale. Which is kind of extra hilarious because I'm recording this while our house currently has a gas leak situation, so the gas is turned off and we don't have hot water. So yeah, I'm about to spend an entire video lovingly explaining why hot showers feel therapeutic while I, personally, have been taking cold showers against my will. The universe really said, Pamper the Beast? How about character development? But anyway, sometimes a shower isn't just a shower. Sometimes it's the first moment all day where nobody needs anything from you, your phone isn't yelling at you, your inbox can't reach you, and your brain finally has a second to stop doing emotional parkour. You get under the warm water, your shoulders drop, your jaw unclenches, and your body finally gets the message that it's allowed to be a person again. Now, obviously a hot shower isn't actual therapy, so please don't fire your therapist and replace them with shampoo. That's not the message. We're not doing fake wellness today, and we're not pretending that body wash can process your childhood trauma. But there is real science behind why warm showers can feel so calming, comforting, and restorative. Warm water can affect your muscles, your blood flow, your sleep, your stress response, and even the way your body receives signals of safety. So when you feel like a shower helps you wash off more than just the day's sweat, that may not be all in your head. Your body may actually be responding to warmth, sensory input, privacy, and ritual. So today, I'm going to talk about why hot showers feel so good, what the research says about warmth, sleep, stress, and muscle tension, and how you can turn your shower into a tiny nervous system reset without needing a 47-step routine or a bathroom that looks like a luxury hotel. Let's get into it.
Disclaimer. Practices, tips, and products mentioned in Pamper the Beast are for educational and self-care purposes only. They are not a substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult with a qualified healthcare provider before starting any new wellness, skincare, or relaxation practice, especially if you have health conditions, allergies, or concerns. Remember, self-care is highly individual. What feels nourishing and restorative for one person may not feel the same for another. Listen to your body, respect your limits, and make choices that support your well-being. Pampering is meant to support you, not pressure you. Take what serves you and leave the rest.
A shower is more than hygiene. Most of us think of showering as only basic hygiene. You get in, you wash your body, you wash your hair if it's hair washing day, which is obviously a whole different athletic event, and then you get out and move on with your life. But a shower can also be sensory input, and that matters because your nervous system is always paying attention to what's happening around you. It's constantly scanning your environment and asking whether you're safe, overwhelmed, rushed, bracing, or about to be asked what's for dinner. When you step into a warm shower, your body's getting several calming signals at once. There's warmth on your skin, there's the pressure of the water, there's the steady sound of the shower, there's the privacy of being away from other people for a few minutes, and then there's the feeling of being separated from the noise of the day. That combination can feel like a reset because, for once, your body's not being asked to perform. You're not answering messages, you're not making decisions, you're not solving everyone else's problems. You're just standing under warm water, letting your body exist without being useful for 5 seconds. And honestly, for a lot of us, that's revolutionary. And that's why a shower can feel emotional sometimes. You might be totally fine all day, powering through, checking things off the list, doing the things, being a productive little spreadsheet with legs, and then you get in the shower, and suddenly your feelings show up the second you're finally alone. And sometimes they don't politely knock. Sometimes they kick the door open like they've been standing in the hallway all day waiting for the exact second you stopped being useful to everyone else. One minute you're washing your hair like a perfectly functional adult human, and the next thing you know you're sitting on the shower floor like you're in a dramatic music video, water splashing on your back, questioning your entire existence while shampoo slowly slides into your eye. And it's never cute either. It's not the aesthetic version of emotional release where you look peacefully sad under the soft lighting with one perfect tear rolling down your cheek. No, it's wet hair stuck to your face, soap threatening your cornea, knees pulled up, water pressure attacking your shoulder blade, and you staring at the drain like maybe it holds the ancient wisdom of why you feel like a raccoon wearing a human costume. And then suddenly everything wants to be processed at once. The email, the weird comment, the thing you said 3 days ago that probably nobody remembers but your brain has decided to preserve it like a historical landmark. The fact that you're tired, the fact that life keeps lifing, and the fact that adulthood is somehow just laundry, snacks, appointments, bills, and trying to remember which container in the fridge is leftovers and which one has become a science experiment. So now you're on the shower floor, water splashing all around you, shampoo in your eye, emotions holding a full staff meeting in your chest, and somehow that shower floor becomes the most honest place on earth. Not glamorous, not organized, not inspirational poster self-care, just honest, because your body finally has enough privacy, warmth, and quiet to admit that it's been holding a lot. And listen, after that whole dramatic shower floor situation, it would be very easy to say, okay, maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but honestly, maybe not. Maybe your body is not being dramatic. Maybe your body finally has enough quiet to stop holding everything so tightly. Maybe the shower is the first place all day where your nervous system is not being asked to answer, perform, solve, carry, or keep it together with caffeine and vibes. And that's a huge part of why hot showers can feel like therapy. Even though they're not therapy, they create this little pocket of warmth, privacy, and sensory comfort where your body can finally soften. Not because everything's magically fixed, but because for a few minutes, your body gets to stop bracing. Oh, I feel like I deserve an award for that. Warm water helps your body shift out of brace for impact mode. One of the reasons hot showers feel so good is because warmth does something very real in the body. Heat can increase the blood flow near the skin and in the tissues, and that can help your muscles feel less stiff and tense. It's one of the reasons people use heating pads, warm compresses, warm baths, and heat therapy for certain types of aches and muscle tightness. And I think that most of us understand this intuitively because we've felt it. You step into the shower with your shoulders up by your ears, your neck feeling like it's been personally victimized by your entire day, and then the warm water hits that spot between your neck and shoulders, and your body finally starts to release some of that tension. That shoulder drop, that sigh, that little moment where your body softens, it's not just your bathroom becoming a sacred healing cave. Your body may actually be responding to the warmth of the pressure and the change in sensory input. And this matters because so many of us move through the day braced. We brace in our shoulders, we brace in our jaw, we brace in our stomach. We hold our breath, we rush, we clench. We carry tension like it's part of our job description. And sometimes we don't even realize how tightly we've been holding ourselves until something finally gives us permission to let go. A hot shower can be that permission slip. Now, that doesn't mean the shower's gonna fix chronic pain, heal an injury, or magically undo years of stress tension. No, we're not doing the magical bathtub science, but it can be a small, accessible tool that helps the body soften for a few minutes, and sometimes a few minutes of softening is a big deal. Because when your body has been living in brace for impact mode, even a tiny signal of safety can matter. Why hot showers can help with sleep. Okay, now let's talk about sleep, because this is where the research gets really interesting. There was a 2019 systematic review and meta-analysis that looked at warm baths and showers before bed. The researchers found that warming the body with water about 1 to 2 hours before bedtime was associated with better sleep quality and helped people fall asleep faster. The sweet spot they found was warm water around 104 to 109 degrees Fahrenheit for at least about 10 minutes. And at first that sounds a little backwards. You would think that heating yourself up might make you feel more awake. But the magic isn't just what happens while you're in the warm water. A lot of the magic happens after. When you step out of a warm shower, your body starts releasing heat through your skin, especially through areas like your hands and your feet. That helps your core body temperature drop, and that drop in core temperature is one of the signals your body uses to prepare for sleep. So basically, a warm shower can help your body do the bedtime transition thing. It can tell your system that the day is ending, the mental tabs can start closing, and your body is allowed to power down. And I love this because so much of the sleep advice you see can feel very annoying when you're already exhausted. It's always about creating the perfect bedtime routine, avoiding screens for half of your life, meditating under the moon, and making your bedroom feel like a Scandinavian cave. And yes, sleep hygiene matters, but also, most people are just trying to survive the evening without starting a load of laundry they'll absolutely forget in the morning. So a warm shower is nice because it's simple. It's not a whole personality renovation, and it's not another thing you have to be perfect at. It can just be a signal that the day is ending. You're allowed to slow down and your body is allowed to power down. Timing does matter though, because if you're using a shower for sleep, the research points more toward taking it about 1 to 2 hours before bed, not necessarily 2 minutes before you climb into bed. Some people will take a hot shower right before bed and then wonder why they're lying there sweaty, irritated, and wide awake. Warm is the goal. Soothing is the goal. We're not trying to boil the beast.
But what about baths?
Now, we do have to talk about baths for a second because some of the stronger research is actually on warm baths or water immersion, not just showers. And that makes sense because when you're in a bath, more of your body is surrounded by warm water for a longer period of time. It's a different kind of heat exposure than just standing in the shower. One randomized study compared immersion bathing with showering and found that immersion bathing had stronger effects on things like fatigue, stress, pain, tension, anxiety, anger, and mood. So yeah, baths may have some extra benefits compared to showers. But before anyone gets discouraged, please hear me. This doesn't mean that your shower is useless. It just means that a bath and a shower are not exactly the same stimulus. A bath is more like a full-body soup mode. A shower is like a warm waterfall reset mode. Both can be useful, both can be comforting, and both can be part of caring for your body. And let's be real, not everyone has access to a bathtub. Not everyone likes baths. Some people get bored in a bath after 3 minutes and then they're sitting there like a sad tea bag wondering what to do with their hands. Some people have kids knocking on the door. Some people have tubs that are currently storing laundry, toys, or the emotional wreckage of a Tuesday. So, if baths are your thing, beautiful. Soak your nervous system. Become soup with boundaries. But if showers are what you have, use the shower. That is the heart of Pamper the Beast. Use what you have to send your body a signal of care.
Why a shower can feel emotionally safe.
This is one of my favorite parts because I think it explains why showers can feel so emotional for people and why the whole sitting on the shower floor questioning your existence moment can happen in the first place. A shower is often one of the only times during the day when you're not expected to produce, respond, perform, explain, decide, comfort, cook, clean, answer, fix, or be available to every living creature within a 40-foot radius. You're just in the shower. The water's running, the sound is steady, the door is closed, the world is muted, and your body gets this rare little pocket of privacy. And sometimes privacy is exactly what lets your feelings finally catch up. That is why you can be completely functional all day, doing all the things, answering all the messages, holding it all together like a responsible adult with an emotionally suspicious amount of caffeine. And then the second you're alone under warm water, your nervous system decides that this is the board meeting where every unprocessed feeling gets a presentation slot. And that is how you end up in the shower floor music video moment that we talked about earlier. Wondering whether you're crying about today, last week, childhood, hormones, exhaustion, capitalism, or the fact that someone used the wrong tone in a text message. That's not weird. That's your nervous system finally having a minute. Sometimes we just don't feel things when we're in survival mode. We feel them when there's enough safety to feel them. And for some people, the shower becomes one of those places. It's the warm, it's the private, it's the repetitive, it's the predictable. It blocks out some of the outside noise, and because your body is physically relaxing, emotions may finally have room to surface. A shower won't solve the whole story, but it can create enough space for you to notice what you've been carrying. And noticing matters because you can't care for what you refuse to notice.
Warmth, comfort, and the need to feel cared for.
There is also an interesting psychological angle around physical warmth and emotional comfort. Some research has explored the relationship between physical warmth and social warmth, or the idea that warmth can sometimes feel emotionally soothing because our brains and our bodies connect warmth with comfort, closeness, and care. Now, I want to be careful with this one because the research isn't as strong or as settled as the sleep research. So we're not going to run around saying hot showers scientifically replace hugs. So please don't go telling people that Katie said your shower is your boyfriend now. But I do think most of us understand the experience. A warm blanket feels comforting. A warm mug in your hands can feel grounding. Sun on your skin can feel soothing. A heating pad on a tense muscle or on your uterus can feel like a tiny miracle. A heating pad on a tense muscle or on your uterus can feel like a tiny miracle sent from the heavens. Physical warmth can feel nurturing. And for a lot of people that matters because they're not just physically tired, they're emotionally tired, they're decision tired, they're caregiving tired. They're the specific kind of tired that comes from holding it together for everyone else while no one asks if you're okay. A hot shower can't fix all of that, but it can be one small moment where your body receives warmth instead of pressure. It can be one small moment where care isn't something you give outward, it's something you allow inward. And for some of us, that's harder than it sounds, because so many people are great at caring for everyone else and very uncomfortable being cared for, even by themselves. So a shower can become a tiny practice in receiving, letting the warmth hit your skin, letting your shoulders drop, letting yourself pause without earning it first. That's not silly. That is relationship repair with your own body.
How to turn your shower into a tiny Pamper the Beast ritual.
So, how do we make this practical without turning your shower into a full lifestyle rebrand? Before you get in, set one tiny intention. Not an affirmation that makes your soul roll its eyes, just something simple. You can remind yourself that you're allowed to pause, that your body deserves care, and that you can put the day down for 10 minutes, or that this is not wasted time. When you get into the shower, make the water warm. Not the temperature of lava the way I like it, just warm. Let the water hit the place where you hold tension. Your shoulders, your neck, your upper back, your jaw, your chest. And instead of immediately rushing into scrub mode, take 3 slower breaths. Unclench your jaw, drop your shoulders, let your belly button soften. And if your brain starts to make a to-do list, because of course it will, you can gently remind yourself that this is not the time for mental project management. You can also use scent if scent feels good to you. Body wash, shampoo, soap, conditioner, whatever's already in there fighting for its life on the corner shelf. You don't need some luxury shower steamer with a name like Sacred Mist of Inner Peace or Forest Bathing for people with email anxiety. If you have one and you love it, awesome. But if all you have is regular shampoo, mystery soap, and the emotional strength to stand upright while the water runs, that absolutely counts too. Then when you get out, try to make the transition gentle. Dry off slowly, put on something comfortable, moisturize if that feels good, drink some water if you got super warm, and if this is part of your bedtime routine, give yourself some time between the shower and sleep so your body can cool down. That's the ritual. Not perfection, not performance, just care.
A tiny safety note because we love a responsible beast.
Quick safety note because I love you and I don't want anyone doing lobster cosplay in the name of wellness. Very hot water can actually dry out or irritate your skin, and for some people, too much heat can cause dizziness, lightheadedness, or other issues. So if you're pregnant, you have low blood pressure, dizziness, heart-related conditions, neuropathy, heat sensitivity, or any medical condition where heat could be risky, please check with a qualified medical professional and keep things warm, not hot. The goal is soothing, not fainting, not overheating, not proving that you can survive a shower that feels like Satan's jacuzzi.
The bigger point.
So, why do hot showers feel like therapy? I'll say it again. Because they combine warmth, sensory comfort, muscle relaxation, privacy, nervous system regulation, and ritual. They can help your body shift from go, go, go mode into a state where you're allowed to exist without performing for a second. And that matters. Because so many people only relate their bodies through correction. Work harder, burn more, eat cleaner, shrink, tone, fix, optimize. But Pamper the Beast asks a different question. What if your body doesn't need discipline? What if it needs tenderness? What if care isn't something that you have to earn after you finish everything else? And what if a shower isn't just washing the day off your skin, but reminding your body that it's allowed to be cared for while you're still a work in progress? Because you are not a project. You're a person, a tired, beautiful, complicated, probably slightly overstimulated person who deserves care that does not have to be productive to be valid. So, the next time you take a warm shower, try not to rush through it like it's just another chore. Use it as a tiny ritual, a reset, a transition, a moment where your body gets to feel cared for instead of managed. And if this video made you think differently about pampering, self-care, or the way your body responds to warmth and comfort, make sure you hit subscribe and stick around. This channel is all about helping you care for your whole self, not just the version of you that gets measured, judged, optimized, or expected to keep pushing. Because pampering is not luxury, it's not laziness, and it's not another self-care assignment that you have to perform perfectly. Sometimes it's simply a small act of body kindness. And sometimes body kindness is one of the simplest ways to start unveiling the beautiful beast within you.